is Baran. I'm going to be a senior in Tempe High School, and this is my first year in robotic in the robotics club. And I basically did CAD design of the robot and electrical and wired it up.
Hi, I'm Lindsay. I'm going to be a junior next year. I am the chief programmer on the team. Baran is also a programmer, but he mainly does electrical. And I programmed the robot using LabVIEW.
Hi, I'm Dania. I'm going to be a junior as well. And I don't really have a specialty, so I've worked on about every aspect of it. And mainly waterproofing a lot. So.
I'm Alexander. I'm 18. I want to be a senior next year. I am in the mechanical team and also learning a little bit of electronics. I helped build and design the frame. I built the manipulator, and yeah, I do anything I can to help everybody out. This is my first year.
Hi, my name's Tina. I probably have like 5 names in the shop. Tina, short person, freshman. I don't understand why I'm about to be a senior though. Mighty Mouse, drill sergeant, mom. So that alone probably gives you a little insight on everything that I do. This is actually my 3rd year, and this season was really strange for me just because of everything. The fact that the team always has a different dynamic between season to season, and other outside influences outside of the shop, but I kind of do a little bit of everything, so I just kind of did odds and ends here and there, but mostly what I do is I do all of the background stuff because, as you can tell, I'm kind of a small person. I don't have a lot of upper body strength, but I know my way around tools and the basics of it. So while I'm not picking up heavy motors and throwing stuff around, I still just kind of working my way in, and we figure out, okay, just because you're not mechanically inclined or you're really good at electronics and everything else, even after a couple of years, because I still haven't quite found my niche or what I'm most passionate about, we still just kind of try to find a purpose for everyone and kind of work with that. So I do all the background, I do preparations for when we need to talk to sponsors, when we need to prepare any pieces of writing, essays, the tech report for this, engineering notebooks for other seasons, everything kind of like that. So usually if there's any questions, they end up getting geared at me, especially in the pits around scouting time. And yeah, that's pretty much what I do. I'm kind of chaotic, but really fun. Sure. Ron, you want to start?
Okay, first we decided, well, this is our 3rd frame model we had. Our first one was out of metal, but we decided to change it to like PVC because it would be heavier in the water and we don't want it to sink, so we wanted it to be more buoyant, so we decided to go with PVC pipes. And we tried to make the electronics on board, but then our waterproofing box we made, it was waterproof for a while, but then it started leaking, so we didn't want to risk our electronics to be ruined by the water, so we decided to make a separate board, so it would be next to the driver station, and we would put our computer or like monitor on top of that, and our controllers are going to be in the side, and we can actually monitor the electronics onshore. So
Yeah, and we built 2 manipulators. One for grabbing the aliens and other things, and another one to open up canisters, so we can have multiple ways of manipulating things.
So I guess mainly how we're powering ourselves, we're powering ourselves through 6 different types of motors. We have 4 bilge pumps that are 1,100 gallons per hour, and these 2 monstrosities that I'm not actually 100% sure, I'm not going to lie, how far they're moving around at this point.
I'm not sure.
We're not sure. So we're just kind of reusing, the crazy thing is we're kind of reusing just kind of pieces from what we have around our shop and what we've used in previous challenges for the underwater competition, and all sorts of lovely chaos like that, well, not really chaos, but all sorts of loveliness that comes from that. Yes, we have 4 on each side, which are interdependent, so if we need to, we can easily balance ourselves out. If we're starting to go a little to the left more than we need to be instead of going straight. We overpower, we add more power to the right, and it'll help hopefully even us out. And with the placement of these two right here, I know it's really hard to see, I'm sorry. If you guys do want to come up and look, I have no problem with that. We have another pump that is mounted right here, which is actually in the exact center of our robot, which will be controlling the ascension and descension, and mostly going forward also to help us go backwards. We have our back one mounted here, which will allow us to move around. And then I guess the biggest challenge, is always buoyancy with everyone, because obviously being underwater, that's probably the hardest thing to this challenge is waterproofing and maintaining buoyancy. So we ended up recycling the idea that we used last year and then also improving upon it of using our ballast tanks, which are just other pieces. You can see this is completely empty, I'm not lying, that we seal with Teflon to keep water from getting in. And to help us, again, balance out, we use water bottles. We just recycle water bottles that we use in the shop from just chugging liquids since we're outside most of the time and there isn't really air conditioning in our shop. We just fill the water bottles up with, we either don't fill them up, we just tap them, water or dirt, and that way if we're noticing, okay, we're leaning really far this way, and we're kind of floating around like this, then we can take another water bottle, we can take out one of the water bottles that's in there, and we can put in, say, an empty bottle, a bottle of dirt, and an empty bottle, and that will usually balance us out, and we can just kind of tinker with it and how much water is in there, and all sorts of fun stuff.
Like I said, we use LabVIEW to program the robot, and the controller is, I don't know if you can see it, but here's the NXT Lego Mindstorm brick. It's pretty easy to use, more than other types of controllers. And then we have 4 lights on here that will give us a lot of light so we can see, and then, I know it's not on here, but we have a camera that will be broadcast to a monitor so we can see what we're doing.
And also we have a torpedo design that's going to be added onto here, because we already have an older model here, but we're going to have a better one that we're working on now that will launch the torpedo from surgical tubing. And it's going to be motorized so that it's able to fire, and should give us a lot of velocity and hit the target.
I apologize, we normally try to demonstrate all of our robots, however we're not 100% done with all of our wiring, so I would definitely love to pull it up and show you, but with not having the wiring finished, it's a little problematic at the moment. And I guess if there's any questions, I know we kind of threw a lot at you at once.
So the NXT brick